Okay, today we're going over the full Blu-ray and DVD sales. Yes, which means we'll be making fun of cats again, because we have to make fun of cats. So, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is still selling poorly. It still sold 1.5 million copies, though. But for a Star Wars movie, it's selling poorly, okay? Selling poorly, okay? It's a Star Wars movie. But again, this is not surprising coming out of The Rise of Skywalker. It disappointed everybody. It disappointed everybody and the audiences got disappointed by this movie. Nobody really liked this movie. Half the people who hated this movie and half the people like this movie. It's not like our IMDb want you to believe, oh, 68% of people like this movie. No, that's not true. It's half. Not many people like this movie because they know the sequel trilogy is a pile of dog shit. But, they also give The Last Jedi a 7.0 out of 10s. So, you can't really trust IMDb of Star Wars movies anymore, okay? So, Doolittle, surprisingly, is still being Little Woman, despite the movie having way worse IMDb scores, despite the movie having, way worse audience reviews. I guess more people are interested in rebuying Doolittle than Little Woman, okay? I'm gonna go over both of these movies. Doolittle is beating Little Woman. I don't think Doolittle's gonna pass 1 million copies. That's probably not gonna happen. But Doolittle is still beating out Little Woman. Little Woman was a movie that was praised to no end. It was called a masterpiece among film. And guess what? It's being outsold by, a lot of times you're making a bunch of animal jokes that are probably not really cringy animal jokes. And the fact that that movie's outselling Little Woman shows that the Oscars as a whole is just not trustworthy. The movies that the Oscars promote, the Hollywood promotes, nobody wants these movies. Nobody wants these movies because we all know they're not really that amazing. You have all these quote unquote movie reviewers saying they're so amazing on YouTube as well, but Little Women's being outsold by Doolittle. It just seems that the average audience, which are 90% of the people are not critics, are buying movies based off what they like. And I guess more people of the general audience like to do Little more than Little Women. Okay? It might be something better on Netflix, but it's not selling Blu-ray. Little Woman is being beaten out by Doolittle. Same thing with Hustlers. Hustlers was being beaten out by Rambo, which was a movie that was hated by Hollywood for political reasons. But yeah, Jumanji is selling pretty well, which is not surprising. Jumanji The Next Level is selling extremely well, sold 1.38 million copies. It probably will sell like 2 million copies at the end of the year. Because all the movies got delayed, so yeah, it'll probably sell really well on Black Friday and stuff like that. Just Mercy, not selling. Brie Larson's failure. We all know why this movie flopped, because it had Brie Larson in it. Brie Larson ruins any movie in it as well. So yeah, 1917 selling really well. Despite it's one of those movies that the Oscars promoted. I think it's one of those movies that was deserving of the Oscar praise it got, because 1917 sold 651,700 copies. It'll probably sell 1 million copies, such like Midway will. Probably within like 2 or 3 weeks, Midway will probably pass. Though a few months, Midway will probably pass 1 million copies. 1917 will probably join Midway as well. Will probably pass the movie. Frozen 2 is still selling pretty well on its 10th week. It's not having Joker over wigs. Well, Joker on its 18th week is still in the top 10. Joker is still in the top 10. Midway selling pretty well. It has beat Tony Dark Fate. And yeah, Midway has beat Dark Fate. Joker having extremely great wigs. 18th week still in the top 10. It's still selling a lot of copies. 20,000 copies is not really a lot. It's not hundreds of thousands of copies a week. But yeah, Joker will probably sell 2 million copies. It'll probably still continue selling throughout the year. And yeah, I see Joker as one of those movies that's selling throughout the year. Girls Rule Correction, nobody cares what that, whoever that is. Knives Out, another movie that the Oscars promoted. It's not selling extremely well. And this movie I made the same amount of money as John Wick Chapter 3, but John Wick Chapter 3 sold way more copies than Knives Out in 12 years. But you can really be found that Knives Out, it did release on the same day as Frozen 2, so it probably did harm the movie's sale board and help it. Rampage, DVD sales, helping that movie. Same thing with Wizard of Oz and Skyscraper. These movies are really cheap on DVDs, so of course people are buying them because they think they look interesting. Or same thing with Pixels last year. Melissa and Mrs. Evil surprisingly sold 1 million copies. Surprisingly, this movie's having decent wigs, despite not selling Amazon. Cats, obviously, we all know why that movie's not selling. Spies in Disguise, not selling. You would assume that a Fox movie that, but again, Disney ruined Fox, so it's understandable why this movie's not selling. This movie's unfunny. It's not really, funny at all. It's another Illumination-esque movie that people are sick of seeing, parents are sick of seeing, and it's just not selling. It's just shows that people are sick of seeing these Illumination-esque movies that all these companies try to tackle the same style as Illumination, the same, even the same art style to a certain extent as Illumination. These cheap animated movies that are made for quick laughs for kids. It's just not working anymore. Let's look at Scoob's reviews. It's not working. And yeah, Rambo Last Blood still selling really well despite the critics hating this movie. And also we can go to the home video sales, 2020 combined shots. And you can see that Zombieland Double Tap is catching up to Dark Fate. It is catching up to Dark Fate, which shows that this movie has a better wigs. Zombieland has had better wigs and outwig Dark Fate. Dark Fate is gonna lose completely, and yeah, Dark Fate is just a big massive failure. That's what we should be called, totally a dark failure, because Zombieland is gonna beat Dark Fate, and both movies they made the same amount of money as well at the box office, and yeah, Zombieland is gonna beat out Dark Fate because people actually liked Zombieland over Dark Fate. Dark Fate was hated by everyone. And you just look at some of these movies that are selling. Angel Has Fallen, it's being out. Movies like Hustlers, a movie that got promoted to the hell out of critics. And you have these people say, oh, but they're all action movies, okay? Action movies, of course, will be outselling dramas, okay? And you can, of course, use that excuse, but again, movies that, are praised by critics like Little Women and Hustlers are just not selling because general audiences didn't really care for them. If you have Parasite, it's selling pretty okay, but Parasite didn't really make that much money at the box office. It only made it's really more of a niche movie. One Best Picture and Parasite is for a more niche audience. So of course it's not really gonna sell that well because not everybody is gonna be watching a movie through subtitles. I just don't see it happening. People just don't like watching movies with subtitles unless you watch anime. That's the only reason you can watch subtitles, movies with subtitles. It's if you watch anime. So yeah, the only people who probably are buying Parasite are film reviewers and people who watch stuff with are used to watching stuff with subtitles. But when we go down here, Hustlers is being beat out by a movie like Mile 22, a movie that didn't really do too well at the box office. It only made $36 million, but it's being out Hustlers. It's being out Hustlers on DVD. It's being out Hustlers. It's being out a movie that was promoted to all and hell out by the critics, and no one's buying it. Okay, the critics are not really trustworthy anymore, and I think people really knew that after the Last Jedi and Venom fiascos, where those movies were, one of the movies was hated by hell by critics, but everybody loved that movie. But Last Jedi was hated, and that movie's even now selling. And you look at Charlie's Angels, for example, a movie that was said was a masterpiece by critics. It's being outsold by movies like, Aquaman, Pikachu, movies that released last year. And you can really sell the wigs of movies like Little Women. It's just not doing well. Little Women. These sales are outdated, but I wouldn't be surprised if in a few weeks Zombieland beats Dark Fate at the Blu-ray plus DVD sales department. And Sonic probably sells 1 million copies as well. Birds of Prey will probably flop as well. That's not surprising. And that's basically it. Goodbye.